Hello and welcome to Microsoft Hates Greg. My name is Greg Deckler, and this is a completely unplanned video because, well, pretty much all my videos are pretty much unplanned videos. I mean, I threw a few things together and then I just start like, oh, turn on, start recording and just spout my opinions about stuff. So, but this was kind of unexpected. I got this today in email. I took a screenshot of it because there's anyway, reasons. So so this was very unexpected. So Fabric Community Platform performance and login issues. Oh, you think? I mean, just for context, I made my first video on this back in like February. So we're like 4 months, and it had been like dog slow and just frustrating the heck out of me for a few months, prior to making that video. So I mean, they're talking like half a year that this crap's been going on, right? And then it just got even worse in like for like back in April, I think, like end of April, beginning of May or something like that, when just I couldn't log in at all, right? I made a video on that, and I've been complaining about it on LinkedIn, and I've tried to use some alternate accounts to go into the community site and like, hey, you know, stuff's not working. And I've been doing this for months, right? So it's finally it's nice to finally get some acknowledgement that yeah, stuff's broken. Oh, you think so? You'd have known about this 4 months ago if you just listened to what I had to say. But no, I mean, it's Microsoft. So, I mean, so yeah, I've been saying this for a long time. Like, where are the adults in the room when it comes to Fabric, right? I mean, Fabric is so off the rails. It's just like, where the hell are the adults? And that extends to the community site. Community site, they can't get that right, right? And everything that Fabric touches, it just decays and corrupts and just makes worse. And it's frustrates the heck out of me. So anyway, so like, well, we're gonna acknowledge that there's slowness and login issues, performance issues. We are You can't use Copilot to check your grammar, Microsoft. We are escalated the performance. We have escalated the performance issues, or we are escalating the performance issues. I mean, even Word without Copilot would catch that crap. Anyway, but that's par for the course when it comes to Fabric. Everything Fabric touches, it makes worse, and it just stupefies, right? It's just the worst. So we are escalating the performance issues, or have, to Kim Manis, who maybe she's the adult in the room. Maybe Kim Manis can finally be like, I mean, I'd be scared if I was anyone in the Fabric team at all, right? I mean, both on just anyone even associated with Fabric that because what you gotta be doing is they're gonna be praying to God that no adult in the room shows up in like because then when they do, they're gonna be like, what the hell are these shenanigans that are going on? Right? You guys can't monitor the your Fabric service correctly. You guys are trying to, sweep the issues under the rug and not reporting on them properly. You're not doing proper postmortems, right? I mean, you, it's just God forbid an adult or in the room show up. That's right, right. If I was anyone associated with the Fabric team right now, I'd be shaking in my boots. So especially with all the layoffs that have been going on at Microsoft, right? Where they've been like axing 3% of their workforce or whatever it is, right? God forbid an adult in the room show up and see all the crap that's been going on in the Fabric team, right? I mean, I would be scared if I were them. So anyway, so remains a top priority, root cause, and they're trying to like, complex and slowness occurs across the site, trying to identify the root cause is taking longer than expected. Login issues, think we found a fix. Let me give you some help here, Microsoft. Okay, the site's perfectly fine if you're not logged in. The moment you log in, then the site becomes incredibly slow, like 6 to 10 seconds to just render a page, right? So if I were you, free advice, right? You're not paying me to consult for you, but if I were you, I'd be looking at the code that only runs when you're logged in. Like, hey, here's, we have to find out how many is the slowdown like, hey, there's too many, we have to always go back and check and see if, how many messages are unread or how many notifications are unread or whatever it happens to be, right? There's certain things that only happen when you're logged in, and I would be willing to bet that one of those is causing the problem, right? Perfectly logical, makes sense. So login issues, think we found a problem, happy to reached out. Now, this came almost immediately on the heels of there was a super user call. I think it was like Tuesday or something like that. Now we're on Friday. It was like Tuesday or something like that. But I attended the super user call, and maybe it was yesterday. Anyway, I attended the super user call and I posted in the chat, hey, login's not working. And other people chimed in like, yeah, login's not working and site slow. And so maybe that's where all of this came out of. Um, who knows, right? I had to skip a couple super user calls in the past. So anyway, so maybe we'll get this fixed. I don't know. Let's go ahead and give it a try though, right? In terms of signing in. Nah, it's not going to work. Okay, so this again, to help with your troubleshooting, Microsoft, this is a loop. Okay, your code is in a loop somewhere. Okay, it's either a loop between two pieces of code where it's like, hey, do this, and that one's going to go, okay, I'll do that, but you need to do this. No, you need to do that first. And or it's just like spinning. You're in a for while loop and it's never getting out of it. Right? That's what this is, because this just eventually just times out. It's like bad gateway or something. But it takes like 10 minutes, right? That is a loop somewhere going on. I gotta believe, right? So there's my helpful hints to you, Microsoft, in terms of fixing these issues. If I can help in any way, I'm happy to, right? So anyway, that's all I have for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.